Ah. Okay, am I turned on? Yep, there I am. Sometimes I have to check where I am. Oh, so good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome everybody, welcome. So today, my talk title is For Love or Money. For love or money. We hear that statement every so often, for love or money. And my lesson is about the law of attraction. Law of attraction, because it works for both love and money. It does, really does. In Unity, we have a saying about one of the aspects of that law. The law of mind action. Thoughts held in mind, what? Right, create after their kind. Thoughts held in mind, create after their kind. It seems like a straightforward and simple truth, doesn't it? Well, in reality, I have found not so much. Because if it straight up worked like we're told it works, or like it says it works, well, we'd all be rich, healthy, wealthy, and living the life of Riley all the time. Would we not? I know for myself that, I have a thought held in mind of winning a measly $15 million from the lottery. And it hasn't happened yet. That tells me there's more to it than meets the eye. We find references to the law all over the place in contemporary spiritual teachings. It's in The Secret. The Secret is all about that. And it's in the prosperity gospel, what's called the prosperity gospel. These are based on the idea that you can manifest pretty much anything you want by thinking positive about it, by holding good thoughts and believing that you deserve it. I don't know about you, but sometimes it doesn't work so well. Sometimes it works, but by the time I end up receiving what it is that I wanted, I find out, oops, not so much what I really wanted. One of the things we teach in Unity is the idea of co-creation. Now, Spirit will co-create with you anything that you desire. Anything. If you hold in consciousness this thing that you desire, and you move with what is presented to you to create that, to bring that thing, to bring that circumstance, to bring that person into your life, it will work. Spirit is very accommodating that way. Very accommodating. Now, Spirit will manifest something for you that you want, that you believe it's your heart's desire, but it might not be in your immediate best good. I say immediate best good for a reason. Because whatever you want in your life, you can create it. But what you create in your life, as I said before, and as we have all done, might not be what we actually want. I don't have it in my pocket. I decided I wanted an iPhone because my little Android took too long to charge up and it was getting old. So I manifested a brand new, spanky new iPhone XR, I guess. It is the biggest pain in the butt I have ever had. I mean, just the other day I was at dinner with a friend and I received a text from another friend in Austin saying, "David, your phone just called me twice." And my phone was sitting on the table. I'll be walking, I live in Gulfport. I was out on the pier, walking along the pier. And I hear this, hello, hello. There's nobody around me but a bird, and it was my pocket. My phone had FaceTimed my brother, and I pick it up, and there's my brother Pete. Hey, what you doing? Well, I'm out on the pier walking around. The person who owned the phone before me, his name was Jason. I know this because I know about all the loans that Jason got turned down for, but they are ready for him now. The jobs that Jason was looking for are open and ready for him now. So evidently there's a Jason up in Jacksonville who needed some money, needed a job, and was applying for loans. And all. So I know more about Jason than I really care to. And this has been an ongoing thing since I got it. So what did I do? I found out that I did need a new phone. And I went online this morning and found a different phone that is going to meet everything I need, not be as fancy, and won't send me to the Apple store every time I want to do something so I can buy it from them. But it's a process. It's a process of spirit in bringing you what you want, what you believe your heart desires, in manifesting what your heart truly desires. The Rolling Stones, and I researched this, Glenn. I know I quoted a quote, and I said it was from the Doors a while back, and it was not from the Doors. Rolling Stones say, you don't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. And that is exactly the truth. Exactly the truth. Because spirit has an advantage over human beings. This advantage of spirit is that it's all-knowing. It's omniscience. It's omnipotence. It's omnipresence. We as human beings are limited to our desires of the world. And as a human being, we are subject to wants and desires that may not be for our highest and best good right now. And spirit, knowing that our desires in this world stem from what we actually need, what we want in this world, is clothing what we need. What we need to move on in our spiritual journey is the impetus for what we want in our lives. Within that action lays the lesson. The lesson is when realized that you are brought into a greater understanding of yourself and your relationship with spirit as you move through the process of getting what you wanted and having that become what you need. That's part of the process of life. When we get what we want and we say, and it goes through a transmutation. Spirit transmutes that person, that place, that experience, that circumstance, transmutes that into what you need. Now, it may take a while. It may take years to get through it. But if you didn't have that want in the first place, you wouldn't get what you need. In his book, Jesus Christ Heals, Charles Fillmore tells us, all things are in God as potentialities. It is man's office under divine law to bring into manifestation that which has been created or planned by the unmanifest. Say that again. It is man's office under the divine law to bring into manifestation that which has been created or planned by the unmanifest. He's telling us that it is our job on this earth to do the work that God would have you do. Do the work as a co-creator with Spirit. In Adam's Smashing Power of the Mind, he says, by right thinking, man can have the cooperation of God in producing manifestations and thereby set up the kingdom of God in the earth. Or he can ignore God and attempt to form a world and govern it without divine mind. We are now living in a civilization dominated by human thought and confusion in the result. That was not written yesterday. That was written way over, that was written 70, 80 years ago. And it still holds true. Because many, many people in our leadership are not getting it. They're trying to manifest, and they are manifesting, what they want. And that isn't necessarily what they need, or we need, or the world needs. Now, another song, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Da 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 da. And that's the key. Love. In Unity, we teach love as the divine magnet. Love is the great magnet for good, the great attractor. Love is the great attractor of all things good. We also know love by another name, gratitude. Gratitude is the presence of love that we connect with most often in our lives, most often in our experiences. And you can do it right now. Just take a moment and be grateful. Take a moment and be grateful for someone or something in your life, just for a moment. You feel it? That idea of gratitude? Where does it settle? It settles right here, doesn't it? When you're grateful, you feel it here. You feel it in your heart center. That's the presence of love manifesting through you at a moment-to-moment basis. It's the presence of love personalized through you. That's what gratitude is, the presence of love personalized through you. It is proof positive that you are an individualized expression of divine love. And that's a big deal. If life were a game show, that would be the name of the game show, The Big Deal. Have you ever seen that one? The Big Deal, where everybody's trying to get the big deal and getting suitcases and whatever and all that. But that's kind of what we do in life. We just, oh, that one looks good. I want that. And you go for it, and, but the difference is it's going to be manifested and transmuted into the big deal for you. In John 14:27, Jesus the Christ tells us, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Neither let them be afraid. Now, when we move into the idea of gratitude, we're moving into an idea of peace. You can't hold something other than peace in your heart when you're feeling gratitude, when you're feeling love. Peace is there, always, consistently. It is from this peace, that true peace that is found in and as your Christ presence, that your manifestation takes hold. When you're in this circumstance that has been brought into your life, and you're able to move into an idea of gratitude, not especially for it, but for anything, and something good, your cat. If you have a bad day, you can be grateful for your cat. There's always something to be grateful for. There is always the opportunity for love, always there. And in that gratitude is peace. And it is peace that creates space for the substance to supply and manifest what it is that your true heart desires. Our true heart's desire will manifest from peace, not from worry, not from the idea of lack. Too often we confuse our wants with our needs. Our wants being something we believe we need to have in our lives, something or some person that's based on the idea that we don't have it. And it will make our lives better. And that is an idea based in lack, based in I don't have, based in not enough. Where Spirit brings us enough. While your needs, when looked at in the spiritual nature, is what is required in your life's path, your wants aren't necessarily that. But again, your wants are transformed into your needs through gratitude, through love, through that space of creation that the peace and love create in your life and in your world. There's times when we go through some not so fun stuff. Some of us are going through not so fun stuff right now. And I empathize with you. I had a rough week myself. There's always stuff going on. There's always things to think about. Always things to pray about. And there's always things to be grateful about. As we're grateful, we open that space for the peace that passes understanding, for the peace that will calm our hearts, that will let us know that it is going to be okay. To remind us that, well, I've been through something like this before, and here I am. And that's important to remember. You have gone through stuff before, and here you are. And you are here because Spirit brought you whatever it was you needed to get through it, and to possibly thrive through it. Spirit is always at work. Always, always, always. As we create the spaces through our thoughts held in mind, we are able to create a more livable life. Let's call it that. A more livable life. A life where we can feel the presence of love. A life where we can experience the goodness that is in life. That goodness that is life. Because life is that blessing brought to us by Spirit. We are the manifestation of the divine idea of life. in human form. Love, attraction, wants, needs, manifestation, and your heart's desire. That's life in a nutshell. It is what we go through and experience every day of our lives. How we experience that is up to you. This week, friends, as you go out about your day-to-day activities, as you go about your lives in your daily time of meditation and your daily time of prayer, know that you will be empowered. You will be empowered to discern either your wants from your needs or discern how those two are enmeshed together. And if you hit a hard spot, stop for a moment. Stop in that hard spot for a time of gratitude. Anything. Gratitude for anything. For in love, whatever good thing you can bring to mind, it will create that space of peace. And in that space of peace, your answers will come. And in that peaceful space, rest in the knowledge that Spirit is always at work, always bringing forth your highest and best good, no matter what you think. Because for love or money, the laws of attraction always, always, always work together to bring forth your highest good. And God blesses you.